Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our Borussia Dortmund recreation 2012-2013. Right, we won the remaining games off camera, and we obviously had this friendly in between the league matches. So we go in today's episode with a game against Frankfurt and Freiburg. Now we've made one transfer since we last met. Obviously, Pedri came in like we spoke about before, but Timo Werner's come in on a free transfer. Yes, they get 50% of the next sale, but it didn't cost us anything. So if we sell him for 20 million, but we only get 10, that's still 10 million better than we spent on him. He comes on a free, only on 120 grand a week. Now I looked at him and I just thought, like at the moment, Malen is my backup striker. If I had to play somebody else up front, if Erling Haaland was out, I'd play Malen. And Timo Werner is like Malen, but slightly better. So I thought it's a good signing for us. He is pacey. He's German and homegrown, which helps. It stops Bayern Munich getting another good young German player. Him getting hammered on a little bit on agility, but mainly dribbling and first touch has really hammered him. But we'll see what happens. It looks like he could score a few goals in this tactic, but he's not going to be the first choice because obviously we want to try and have a striker that holds up a little more, but is also a clinical finisher. And I think Erling Haaland's far better for the Lewandowski kind of role. So he won't be playing Timo Werner. Erling Haaland still does not want to renew his contract. Fair enough. I'm still disappointed about the under the age of 21 signings, but that still means we could probably sign somebody now if there's somebody that becomes available. With that being said, let's go into my next signing I'm going to make. So we're going to have 3 signings here in January. So Pedri's one for the money we spent. Timo Werner free transfer. Standard, that's good. Standard, that's good. But now the third one's going to be, now if you look at the first team, right? You look at the first team, right? Just picture the first team of our recreation. The one player who's really not doing his role the best, I think, is our Blaszczykowski and St. Maximan, because, again, we spoke about he's got his assists here, his 12 assists, but a lot of those have been either corners or we've been going for the game late on, everybody's going forwards, it's 4-2-4, all that sort of stuff, right? If I could improve him, that'd be great, but at the very least, if St. Maximan was to get injured, we have no other, pacey winger. Now, you could say Malen and Werner are both quick, but Werner's got 11 dribbling, that's actually awful for a winger, and Malen's got 13. So you see what I mean? There's nobody really there to be a replacement. So we're going to sign yet another player off of Bayern Munich. We are going to sign Kingsley Coman. Now, as long as he accepts his contract, which we've offered to him, but he's got more pace, more acceleration, more dribbling, and a bit more flair than St. Maximan. Actually, he's probably got less flair. He's just a pace merchant. He knocks well past opponent. And I think with his player traits, he'll just be very dynamic and very one-dimensional, which is sort of what I want him to be, like Blaszczykowski. I don't understand why St. Maximin, I don't know what it is with him. Maybe I need to teach him to knock ball past opponent, and he'll be slightly more one-dimensional. But at the moment, he drives in with the ball. He looks to do too many through balls. There's a few little things wrong with him. I'm going to have to tweak that right wing role just a little bit, I think. But yeah, that's going to happen anyway. And that's probably going to conclude our business because I can't just get a centre-back, which is a shame. So I think for our recreation, to get proper centre-backs in, to recreate the centre-backs that we had, that's going to have to wait another season. So unfortunate, but we can only spend so much money in one season. And the other reason for bringing in Timo Werner was, at the moment, I just felt like Moukoko was our backup for Erling Haaland, but he's not developing at all because he's not getting played enough. So I thought, bring in Timo Werner on a free transfer, we've got plenty of wages to spend, and then loan out Moukoko, and hopefully he comes back good enough in the summer. So that's the theory behind loaning out Moukoko. Hopefully get slightly better in the air. His strength's already half good. Even with Kingsley coming in, we're still not going to have spent that much money, especially when the other, what's his name? The Turkish left winger, whether he's gone, whenever he leaves. Yeah, it's still going to be decently enough under. My aim is to try and keep it below 80 million for a net spend for first season, and then we'll try and keep it so it doesn't ever go above 100. I don't want it to go above 100 ideally. So that's sort of the rough aim there is, Kerem. Next summer, or this summer coming, we can sell Wolf without having to replace him. We could sell Malen without having to replace him. They try and sell him and nobody wanted him. Now they do. Marco Reus wants a new challenge. Unfortunately, we can't get him a club, so he's got to stay with us, unfortunately for him. But yeah, that's going to be the team. That's going to be mainly the first team that you can see there. I still don't like these two at the back together. They infuriate me, so maybe St. Juice should come in. I don't really know which one of you is worse. Maybe Marin, slightly. I dislike more. Yes, it's a lot harder because we don't really have the set replacement players like we do with Barcelona ready to go. So it's going to take us a little longer to buy the exact replica type players. But I think Musiala will develop into a good Marco Reus. You can already see his goodness is going to go up. He's going to get a better finish and better mentals. He's going to be brilliant for us. Pedri is a goat, so he's like Goatse but better. So he's just better than the original. Replace Merchants on the right, that's good. Lewandowski was a really good all-round striker, but in particular, unbelievable finisher. And yeah, there you go, an even better version. Haaland left-footed, but we can try and ignore that. Jude Bellingham's a little more dynamic than Gundogan, but he could be like what Gundogan could have been, I suppose. Happy with that. I mean, Basuma, I do want somebody better I'd rather get somebody who's Declan Rice is actually, ironically, somebody who'd be quite good as a replacement for Bender. I don't want somebody who is quick because it can sort of get them out of trouble and they can become too dynamic in the match engine if they're too quick. But the reason I do like Basuma, for at least right now, is it's not just that he is quick and is like a ball-winning midfielder. He's actually also a very good defensive player. Like, even if he was slow, he'd still be a good defensive player, right? So that's why I don't mind Basuma being in there. And then centre-backs, definitely. I want two centre-backs that are good in the air because they had two centre-backs that were good in the air. And I don't think Akanji is that good. Although it says 15 and 16, I don't feel like he is that good in the air. But, if he is going to be one of the two, then it has to be somebody better than him in the air. So we'll have to look at some centre-backs. Milan Skriniar, I can't. Do we do it? Let me know down below if you think that we should get Milan Skriniar in, because that would be... he fits the bill. I can't do it. I can't do it again. I can't do it again. So today's game then anyway is going to be Basuma out of the team, so Dawood can go in. That's fine with me. I don't mind that. And then Rain is still out. I mean, I could send him back, to be fair, if I wanted to, but we'll also keep him. He's not cost us anything to the end of the season. The rest of the team looks good to me, and we'll go with that, I think. Bayern Munich have dropped points 0 times so far, which is standard. Assistant manager says, pick up where you left off, and that's good. Throw in here for challenge from friends, throws it in. Oh, it's them again. And they're going to go through, and we're back who's going to get to it. So Maximum plays it into Erling Haaland, who plays it too early for my liking, really into Royce. He gets it back. When I say Royce, I'm talking about the 2013 Royce. Bellingham into, it's nearly a good effort from Bellingham there. Nearly got the ball through to Erling Haaland. Kicks it long into Baku. They win the header. They get the knockdown. They've got the ball on the left-hand side. Kostic far post. Surely we should win that. We don't. We're asked to save it. The ball goes long. I mean, if you're going to go long, aim for somebody. You know what I mean? Like, aim for the striker. Like, what's he aiming for there? Target forward. There isn't a target forward, though. So does he know? Hang on, I know. Yeah, aim for the striker. How about that? Aim for the striker, keeper. How about that? Yeah. There we go. That's better. A bit more at ease now with that. Our Marco Reus is in. I just said not to say that, but he is our Marco Reus, and it's 1-0 to Borussia Dortmund, and that is going to be onside because it was a good timed run, and it is. Jamal Musiala, I love him. 14 goals this season from the left-hand side. Like, he's going to be our proper Marco Reus. Like, look at this. I love him. I love him. Jamal Musiala is brilliant. Why is our changes still not done after 2 minutes after the goal? All it is telling the goalkeeper to kick it to the striker. All it is a big shout, like, hey, Weidenfeller, kick it to the big man. That's all you got to do. Give it to the big Scandinavian up front. What are you doing? Now it wants me to do the change. St. Just has it on the right hand side. I don't know where he's going. Stay back, St. Just, please. Baku gets it on the right hand side, whips in across. Erling Haaland heads it over. Goal kick from them. We get to the second ball. Musiala gets it Dawood into Bellingham. Bellingham into Alblash. Vikolski whips it in far post. Musiala, and I think the fullbacks missed it, and it's 2-0 to Borussia Dortmund, and it's probably going to be game over. Saw this look. I think it's probably an error from the far fullback. That's why this has got across, because... Oh, yeah, it's actually the centre-back. He's just completely missed it. Just switch it back to key. That's when you go 2-0 up, you sort of lose the realism of the game a little bit. So, hope everybody's all right with that. We'll go back to extended for the next game. Dawood gets it to Musiala, plays it across, and gives it away. And they've actually got a pretty good team. Kostic and Dicky are both good, Trap are all good, cheap options to sign at if you're in your first season in the Premier League, you start the Championship side, and that is 3, and that is definitely game over. And he's onside. I trust Haaland to be onside. Yep. If it's Haaland or Musiala, if it's close, I normally expect it to be a goal because you just trust that they have time in their runs. Look at that. Rockets, 3-0. So I was thinking about it last night. We do need, technically, Bayern to lose twice, but to be fair, they could draw 3 times before we play them, and that would be enough. And then all we would need is us to draw with them. I know that's a long shot, if buts and maybes. But, yeah, I don't know. Now that dust has settled on the previous poor results, I'm starting to feel a little more positive again. Because we're playing well and winning games, so always gives you a chance. Marco Reus, go play on the right-hand side, mate. Roll back some of the ears. Good goal. Edgy has it into Marco Reus. Marco Reus to Dawood. Plays it to Malen. Shoots. I don't know if I meant to bring on Malen, did I? I think I was meaning to put somebody else there because he shouldn't really be on the pitch. But there we are. Nice to get Timo Werner a goal early on, so it doesn't go through like this long run without scoring. But it's not going to happen today. Maybe in the next game. 3-1 win for Borussia Dortmund. Good. Okay, good result. I'll see you in a second then for the Freiburg game. Kingsley Coman joins us, and he joined us for £39.5 million, which isn't an absolute awful lot when you consider he's a pacey winger. You know, and those are probably the most expensive things to buy in FM. One of them, anyway. So he comes in on the right-hand side for us, and we'll see how today goes. And it also turns out that Basuma is going to be away for a little while on international duty. Apart from that same team, this manager says, pick up where he left off. Good. Okay, so I've just put the width to very narrow for us in possession to see what that does for a game, because we've sort of tested out everything else. And we're straight in behind Erling Haaland. He's in, and it's a penalty. All that happened. Let's just see how narrow the wingers really were for this. We win the ball here. So it was a counter-attack, really, wasn't it? So that wouldn't really have affected that too much. A penalty anyway. Erling Haaland scores 1-0. The annoying thing is, I put it into comprehensive, and the first thing it keeps showing me is that back-to-back set pieces, and I want to see it in open play more. Musiala gets it, plays it across, tries to play Bellingham straight in. Maybe narrowness is too much, it makes it too direct. And Daud gets it, plays it to Musiala to Haaland. Yeah, the way the tactic currently is, it feels a little bit like it's just get the ball, play it straight in behind to the striker. So I'm not sure if that's really a good thing. Coman, that's a good chance. That should have been a goal, really. Kingsley Coman, come on, mate. No, Musiala's got a knock. Oh, no, that's not good. Let's take him off straight away. Let's put St. Maximin on the left, I guess. Reset the width as well back to what it was before. Just wanted to see what it would do. It just seems like that the wingers, like they're less of an option, so they go straight into Haaland every time. I think that'll make us too much of a long ball team in behind, which is okay at times, but I think it's going to be almost like a set just for that, and that will cost us in the long run. When Lodi has it, Pedri. When Lodi. One thing I've taken off is take more risks off of the right winger. So, because I think one problem with St. Maximin is he tries to play it in behind too early when he gets on the ball. So it might entice that player to dribble with it slightly more. Bellingham to Haaland. Haaland has it, plays it through to Bellingham. Good run. Good Bellingham. Into Coman. Bellingham. Play it across goal. Oh, you have to play that across. Counter-attack's on. Seduced Coman. There we go. Surely this time. Counter-attack. Oh, things are going well, but I know you're capable of even better, is what we've said to the lads. As Baku gets all muddled up about who's supposed to get, and the keeper collects. Just one thing I forgot to do again was select his distribution to be to the striker. Maximin gets it, plays with Erling Haaland. What a finish, boys. 2-0. Yeah, won the first header, got it through to... And see how narrow we are now. It's a lot better, I think, in transitions with the way we've set up defensively. I don't know what it is, but it's to do with, I think, the way all the lines are, both vertically and horizontally. They just seem like much more together and compact in the differences that we've made to the settings. So that is pleasing. There's Pedri, good. Right, I like this as well. So it's a set piece to begin with. It's played, and you can see that this is our number 10, and this is our left winger. So this is our Marco Reus, who's in that sort of like inside forward position where he's going to go through. And you can imagine if that was a proper inside forward with a bit of pace, like there, they take a touch, they're through, and they're going to score, right? That's what you're looking for. Pedro's only got double 14s at this point, so I think because he's probably recognising he's not going to get through cleanly, he's tried to look for somebody else. But I think that when that's Musiala back in his normal position, that's going to be a good chance for us. That was good. Bellingham here on the right-hand side is whipping across to Pedri at the far post. Does not want that in the air. The ball from a goal kick. They play in behind against us. Gunter from Friends with Chandler from Friends in the last game, and they go across to Eggstein to Wagner. It's good football from them. Left centre back leaves a lot to be desired there. Let's try Timo Werner as a 10. Oh, they've just scored. I can't try that now. Offside? No, it's going to count. I can't try that now. I was going to put Timo Werner as a 10. Bellingham gets it, plays it straight through to Reina. Surely he's got to finish it. What is he doing? I'm thinking that maybe the box-to-box midfielder role is a bit too aggressive. the Gundogan role because he goes into that was close. He gets into positions where maybe if we had him out the way slightly more, the winger would exploit. Maybe something to look at. Maximan crosses it in, headed away. Oh dear. Gunter from Friends is through. Need to figure out something better to see out the game. We're just getting destroyed every time. There it is, 2-1 to Borussia Dortmund. Right, so let's nail down some things that we can improve for the recreation. One is you distribute to the striker and yeah, whatever, that's fine. He potentially gets in his way a little too much. Or it could just be that he's okay, he just doesn't make aggressive enough runs, which would mean potential role change. I'm going to look at this. The thing is, I say that, but Koeman got a clear 1v1 opportunity in that last game. He just missed it, right? So if we're looking at just things that need to improve, that's fixed now. The goalkeeper with the ball is in his hands in particular. I'm liking the movements that he makes. The first game in particular was just impressive. I absolutely loved the movement that he makes. I think just this role's a little bit weird, especially on set pieces. He drops in a bit too much to get on the ball. He needs to be more like a proper 10 up front with Haaland. But I don't know whether maybe attacking throw-ins. Yeah, like there he's set to come short. If we get him out the way, maybe. Where is he here? Far post, okay. And short free kicks. Long goal kicks. I don't know what else to do with those. Apart from get somebody who's just excellent in the air. I don't know if this has worked or not. I feel like it has a little bit, but not maybe the whole way. But it's definitely still an issue with long goal kicks. I'm not quite sure where to go with that next. I don't think we need to be any more direct because we do at times go through quite aggressively. Like Pedri a couple of times in the last couple of games, not just Pedri, whoever's played in the 10 role, has tried to force it through to like Musiala or somebody. So it's already quite direct. I mean, you can see about the goals we've scored, right? We've scored 56 goals. We've scored, it's the same amount as Bayern, but they've conceded 5 goals in 90 matches. Like, come on, Foot Manager, come on now. Yeah, since we pretty much started the series, we've tweaked the defensive stuff quite a bit from the initial tactic. We've tried different things. We've settled on this. We've settled on something that sort of works for us, combined with the out of possession settings and then having our centre backs on close down less and double wing backs as the 2 roles. Transition, we've now got the goalkeeper distributing it properly and now goalkeeper duty. So we've done a lot of work in here and here. We've tested a lot of stuff and tried to tweak it back. In possession is currently exactly the same as it started in terms of team instruction. The roles and the duties are pretty similar. I'm going to just take more risks off of him. Some of the movements that he makes, it's like he 70% of the time does exactly what I want him to do. And everything I've changed and tweaked with him off camera and on camera, he seems to be even less than what he does when he's on these exact settings. And it has to be combined with this exact level of width with attacking mentality. It seems to be the best way to get out of him. I'd like to not have him as a playmaker, but every other role again has been a problem to get anything out of the number 10s and the movements they make. So I don't know. The only thing I think of right now that I don't like the most is the amount of times he runs in behind the defensive line, because I do feel like they should be 2 more like actual pivots. It could be a case of dropping these down to DMs, but I think that will make us lose out on our engagement of our pressing. I mean, role change could be what? Robin playmaker. Maybe. Potential for the support, maybe, something like that. 2 genuine like pivot players. Something to watch anyway. In terms of next episode, right then, so we will come back for, I don't think that's going to be an issue, is it? That way. As Bayern Munich are not dropping points, I'm getting a bit frustrated watching them every time. So I think the next time we come back for Borussia Mönchengladbach and Augsburg. We come back for these 2 games here. And then after that, it'll probably be something like Leipzig and Stuttgart or Leipzig and Champions League games. And pretty much from then on, it's like matching up Champions League and league matches all the way through. I think let's just get through another few games here. That's only another 3 league matches. Let's see where we're at. Hopefully they've dropped points once in that time. And we should still be in the cup there. We should get a decent result in the Champions League. But that is going to do the episode. I hope you're enjoying the series still. And we're still going along pretty strong. Any thoughts, do put them below. Our Marco Reus is scoring goals and our Lewandowski is definitely scoring goals and nobody else is. So pretty realistic, I suppose, in some ways. That's going to do it. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you next time.